Oh, hey, what's going on? Glad you stopped by to hang out with me for a few minutes today. Well, we're in the game room. Now, most of the time, I record in a spare bedroom with the posters on the wall behind me. I just leave it set up. I find it a little easier to do that. I'll just pick a system out here, take it in there, got everything ready, lights ready to go, flip everything on, start recording. I don't like leaving all that stuff out here in the game room, so I haven't showed the game room really any. I guess I finally need to do that, don't I? Alright, well, I'll do the best I can here. Try to get it all in, show you how I have it hooked up, how I've arranged my stuff. I try to have it where I can play anything I want, whenever I want. Now, some of the older systems are a little harder to keep set up, but I've got a pretty convenient way that I do that, and I'll show you here in just a few minutes. But hang on here, and I'll give you the 50-cent tour. Let's go. Okay guys, I'll try to get all this here in one shot. This used to be a 2-car garage, and we finished it in, put insulation on the top, around the walls, put French doors on the back. So it's a pretty big room. I don't know if the camera will do it justice. This room is 580 some square feet. So we got plenty of room out here. I'll pan around here. Some of it's going to get blown out. LED lights above, so it's pretty bright. There's my main setup. 2 CRTs there. One on the left is a 32-inch, playing Super Mario 3. The one on the right here is a 36-inch. Got Magic Knight Rayearth playing there. Got more shelves over in the corner. Got another smaller setup over here, and we'll get into all of it here. So there you go, that's where I see it usually. I do have a chair that goes over there in front of the smaller setup. I'll put it back over there to show you kind of my captain's chair that I'm usually sitting in when I'm playing. But the couch here does pretty good too, as long as the controllers will reach. Looking at you, TurboGrafx. Okay, so what I have done here for my main setup, I have bought 4 of these bookshelves at Walmart. Just the half-stack ones here. And so you can see I have 2 going this way, and then I have 2 on each end going back that way, with the shelves turned out, of course. This is a 36-inch solid uncut door. Went to Lowe's Hardware and got it. Like I said, there's no doorknob hole. The hinge plates have not been gravelled out. It's just a solid 36-inch door. Laid it across the bookshelves. And I also went in there and put some support in the back. There's like a header back across there with 2x4s to hold those giant CRTs so it don't cave the door in. But that's my poor man's setup there. That's just what I come up with. They don't make an entertainment center to hold 2 giant CRTs. And by doing this, there's no casing up around it with the entertainment center, I can get behind my TVs really easy because it's just right there. I can walk up beside them and be behind it. And also here, I have these plastic tote shelves. Got this in the middle. It's got controllers for pretty much everything right here. I've got a bunch of extra ones over here. I'll show you that in a minute. But when I need to, if I need to get behind here and unplug anything, take a system into the recording room, just pull that out. I'm not a very big guy. I can crawl back in there, and I also have one of those LED lights that looks like a light switch mounted up underneath the door in there. So I just go in there, flip that, you see everything. So we'll start over here on this side. You can see I got my zappers, light guns, with little holsters there so they can kind of be displayed. There's the phaser in the middle and the orange and gray zapper. Now on this bookshelf over here, I have, you can see the Switch and the Wii U. The reason they stay over here is because they're wireless, or the controllers are. I have those hooked up to the big TV up top, the 55-inch flat screen. I don't have to be in front of those systems for the controllers to work. And you can see here on the next shelf a couple of Game Boys over there, an Advance, a DS. On the bottom shelf there, some extra systems, a couple of NESs, a Super Nintendo, some guitars for Guitar Hero, Rock Band. So like I was saying, the Wii U and Switch are hooked up to the big screen up top. And we can sit anywhere and play those. So we'll come down here in front left here. On the 32-inch CRT is the NES, the GameCube with the Game Boy player, the Super Nintendo, the TurboGrafx 16, the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation 2, the Wii, and the PlayStation 1. So all of those are hooked up. And you can see here I have a selector box right there. Kind of having a hard time getting it in the light. I do have some puck lights here. Having a hard time getting them to stick. I'll have to put some screws in them. So with this box here, I select the GameCube, 64, the PS1 and PS2. The NES, Super Nintendo, and TurboGrafx are hooked in through RF, and they're just daisy chained together into this 32-inch CRT. Now on the right side, playing on the 36-inch CRT, we've got the Tower of Power, Model 2, Genesis, and Sega CD, plus 32X, the Sega Saturn, the Master System 2, the Dreamcast, and then here on the bottom we have a Model 1 Genesis. Pull that one out. I don't know exactly which version of that it is. And the OG Xbox. And there is another selector box that I leave sitting on top of the Xbox, catching all that light. The Tower of Power, Saturn, Dreamcast, and Xbox are hooked up to that. I can select those at any time. The Master System and Genesis Model 1 are daisy chained together into the RF, into the giant 36-inch CRT. Now over here on this side, I have the older systems. Now none of these are plugged up as they sit right now, and that is because you have to have these systems out in front of you. But I have a convenient way to do that, and I'll show you in just a minute. But right here on top is the Tandy Color Computer 2, and there is the Intellivision 2 with the Wii remotes charging behind it there. Underneath here is the TI-99, and there is the Atari 2600 Junior. Now here we've got the Magnavox Odyssey 2, and this is a bunch of MS-DOS games that were my wife's. there's a lot of her old homework and stuff in there too. So that's they're not quite all games anyway. So when I want to play my old systems, the Atari, all the computer-based systems, I come over here, right in the middle here. Now into the wall back there, I have another surge protector. So all I have to do is set these out here, plug it in right there, and hook it to whichever TV I want. And because there's nothing around these, I can just easily walk up beside the TV and get behind it and hook them into the RF or the coaxial little plug. And each one, the 32 inches on this side because the sources are on this side, and same with that one, it's on that side, so that's why they're arranged like that. So that's how I easily hook up my old systems, and then just pull them out here to the coffee table or whatever and sit and play them and have a lot of fun. So this is my smaller setup and where I play some of my retro systems, and sometimes I will bring the Switch out here and hook up to this TV if my wife is watching something on the big TV up top over here. You can see right now I got the NES Classic hooked up to it. Got a few options there on it somehow. Got some big shark teeth laying up here, some of the odd ones. Little retro arcade machine. Across the top shelf there's the Genesis Flashback. The NES Classic usually sits there. The Super Nintendo Classic, and that is an MS-DOS player. And it hooks into this old tower I've got down here running on Windows XP. I have a cable running into the TV there. I can use it as a monitor when we ever want to play those. Every once in a while we'll get that out and have a little fun with it. On this row right here is going to be PS2 and then down here on this row is going to be some Wii, Wii U, and Switch games. Don't have a whole lot for the Switch. I usually spend my money on retro games. Alright, over here we got another container, the Millennium Falcon riding on top there. Just extra stuff, tons of controllers and stuff in there. There's a microphone for Mario Party 6. No, that's Guitar Hero. There's the microphone for Mario Party 6 for the GameCube. Connector pin for the NES. Just all kinds of stuff. Power pad underneath there. And down here is a bunch of AC adapters and video cables. Just extra stuff. So here we go, the Zelda shelf. It's a clock a good friend of mine got me a few years ago. Got Oracle of Seasons, Ages there, Link to the Past, Collector's Edition of Ocarina of Time. Second shelf here, got the big box, Four Swords Adventure, the OG, Collector's Edition, Majora's Mask, Crossbow Training, the 2 original games, Minish Cap. The next one, Explorer's Edition, Breath of the Wild, The New Link's Awakening. And there's the Ocarina of Time 2DS, the Zelda controller. Down here, got the big box Skyward Sword with the gold controller. Nintendo Power stuff. The animated series on DVD. 264 games out of the box for display. On the bottom shelf, more strategy guides. A little race car back there I found one time. DS, 3DS games. Hyrule Warriors. So if you can't tell, I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan. And I guess you call this my CIB shelf. Another little CRT sitting up here that I can move around. the Intimidator up here, riding with Mario Kart, TI-99 box. That's one of those old NES carriers. That is my wife's from when she was a kid. That's what she brought her games over to the house in the first time. Here's some NES games complete in the box. Some Super Nintendo manuals over there. More NES, Super Nintendo, some 64 stuff. 64 books. And here's some Master System and television, Atari. Just all kinds of stuff. These are all Genesis. And down here across the bottom are all of my Nintendo Power books. Now all of these are mine either from when I was a kid or when I got back into collecting. I got it again for a couple or 3 years or so. And I have, let's see, the first 67 issues from when I was a kid. And then I got it again at number 157, and you can see here they had pictures on them on the side then, or on the end, I mean. And I've got a few here that came before Nintendo Power, so I'll pull one of these out. Volume 1, number 1 of Player's Buyer's Guide, Nintendo games. These are all pretty neat, and they were before Nintendo Power. There's one of the sleeve things that used to come with them. Got a bunch of cool stuff in these notebooks here. I have to go through this one day. Show you. I could do a whole nother video on just this. All the old brochures and magazines they used to send out. All kinds of cool stuff. I got another one there full of stuff too. And there is the bulk of the cartridge collection for me. As you can see, left and right of center there is all NES games, my favorite system. I've been collecting for that 20 years now. Had I been collecting harder, I'd have a lot more. But that's alright, glad to have each and every one that I do have. We'll start up here. I do have a Super Scope complete in the box there. It's hard to see, but there's a Guitar Hero Live up there for the Wii U. That is sealed, never been opened. The Intimidator there, Dale Earnhardt. I won't go into why that's rare and special, but it'll bore you to death. NES complete in the box. That is a steering wheel for the Nintendo 64. And so here on this one, we have a bunch of Sega Genesis games. It's going to be hard to see them all. The lighting is just not that great. I'm using the light on the camera here. There, I got one 32X game for now. Several more Master System games. And down here's in television, more in television games. Here up top on the center of the shelf, we got, these are some PC games that my wife has picked up through the years. These are PlayStation 1, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, more Game Boy Color. Here's some Saturn games. Dragon Force, Guardian Heroes, Magic Knight Rayearth, the Street Fighter collection, 2-disc. Here's some more Sega Saturn. I got one lonely Sega CD game complete in the box. That's alright, I'll try to get some more sometime. There's some more Sega CD games. Of course I had to put them in blue disc case. Got some Super Nintendo stuff here. Big fan of that system. I wish I had more games for it, but Mr. Nuts. What else we got good for that? Indiana Jones Greatest Adventure, that's a good one. All of the Donkey Kongs. Goof Troop, of course, Legend of Zelda. Love Pilot Wings. Secret of Mana 2, I got an English translation of that. Mario All-Stars. The 3 Star Wars games. There's Legend of Zelda Parallel Worlds. Super Game Boy. Got some 64 games here. I don't have any end labels for them. I need to get a set of those. That would really help. Let's see, there's Conker's Bad Fur Day. And in all these plastic game cases here, I've got manuals. I got a ton for the NES and other systems too. And here's some MS-DOS games. Let's see. Right there. Doom, the original Doom, 2-disc set. A lot of other good ones there. Here's some TI-99 games. More manuals. And here's the Magnavox Odyssey 2 games. Got that strange handle on top there. These are pretty cool looking. Pretty neat little system there. Got some DS games, a few 3DS. There's a Game Genie. Some Game Boy games in the box, some more manuals. Got the Silver Platinum GameCube in the box. That one's not even out, it's in there. A few GameCube games, got some pretty good stuff there. Mario Golf, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Party 6, Mario Tennis. I like the Harry Potter game there, the Chamber of Secrets, that's really good. Need for Speed. My favorite NASCAR game, NASCAR 2005. Scooby-Doo, The Simpsons, Hit and Run, that's a great one. 2 Star Wars Rogue Leaders. A couple of Lego Star Wars. Super Mario Sunshine, that's one of my favorites. 3 Monkey Ball games. The startup disc for the Game Boy player. And down here I've just got some boxes there for the Switch, for the Wii U. I got some tennis rackets here. It's never even been opened for the Switch. I think my wife got those. So I got room to grow down here in the bottom. I can always move those up to the top. There's the gas pedal that goes with the steering wheel for the Nintendo 64. And we got a bunch of Atari games here to look at. Berserk, Adventure, that's a good one. Anything from Activision is going to be good. Enduro Freeway, Combat, Haunted House is good. Kaboom is awesome. Pac-Man, Pitfall is great. River Raid, Sequest. Bunch of space shooters and Sword Quest games. I've never gotten into those yet, but I would like to. Some more Atari stuff. More Atari stuff. Down there on the bottom, that's some Atari 7800 games. And these are Tandy Color Computer 2 games. Downland, Megabug, Canyon Climber, Demolition Derby. My favorite though has got to be Downland. Alright, we'll do the NES stuff now. Let's see, there's the Lolo Trilogy. Archista's Ring is pretty cool. Battletoads. The Bible games. The Castlevania. I only have 1 and 2. I do not have 3. I need to get that. Caveman games is really cool. Crystallis. Destiny of an Emperor. Donkey Kong Classics. I love that one. The Double Dragon Trilogy. DuckTales. One of my favorites of all time. DuckTales 2. Goonies 2 is one of my favorites. Magic of Scheherazade is a really good game. Or Scheherazade, I'm not sure how you say it. Monster Party. All kinds of good stuff I'm missing here. The Ninja Gaiden trilogy. I'm not going to talk about that one ever on the channel. RC Pro-Am 2. Rygar is one of my favorites. The Three Simpsons game. There's Bart Bart meets Radioactive Man or whatever. Got Mario 3 in the NES over there playing. There's Mario 3 Mix. That's a really good one. Bunch of fun games here. Bunch that are not. But I like having all of them. Wampum, that's a really good one. I really like that. It's hard. That last stage is impossible. Willow's one of my favorites. So there you go. I'll give you one more look. I put my chair back over there. That's my captain's chair I usually play in. I can play these over here, turn around, play the one behind me there. Try to give you one more overlook here. Yeah, the TV up top's getting blowed out, but that's alright. Well, there you go. There's hopefully a decent tour for you of the game room, how I got everything set up. I'm always switching stuff around, moving stuff, adding shelves here and there, especially to the other side over there, the black media shelves. I'm all forever adding another shelf into it and making them tighter so I can get more in there. I have to do another update for you sometime soon. Thanks for stopping by to hang out with me for a few minutes a day. I'll see you next time.